Hey y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 3 of the Wilyums World Podcast, where I, your host William, will be talking to you about a whole lot of shit. Okay, things we got to discuss in today's episode. We got Jamal Murray and his extension with the Denver Nuggets. We got to talk about Brandon Aiyuk and Trent Williams' extension with the 49ers. We also have to talk about Jahvon Quinerly deciding to step away from the game of basketball. We also got some street ball action that took place. I believe this was just yesterday. There was a guy who decided to do a double between the legs dunk. And I feel like it was legit. I feel like it was on 10 foot, but I'm going to show y'all the video and I'm going to let y'all be the judge. And lastly, we do have to discuss the recent school shooting that took place in the city of Winder, Georgia. That's Winder, located down in Georgia, like I said. Yes, we got to talk about it. But that's pretty much it. Today's episode not going to be long. I like to keep y'all for a short time and not a long time. So please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and let me know what y'all think. Let's get into episode 3. Cue the intro. Peace. What's good, y'all? What's going on? What's the word? Happy Saturday. I'm gonna get straight into it. We gotta talk about this extension for Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets. He agreed to a 4-year, $208 million max contract extension. The deal guarantees him $244 million over the next 5 seasons. Jesus Christ. Two, 244 million over the next 5 years, fully guaranteed. I mean, obviously, this man works his butt off. He is one of the best point guards in the league, whether you like it or not. Yes, it might make his job a little easier playing next to the best, who has been Nikola Jokic, who has been recognized as the best player in the entire NBA. Winning 3 MVPs in the past 4 years, I believe. But nonetheless, this man Jamal Murray is a dog. We learned that back in the 2020 playoffs in the bubble when he and Donovan Mitchell were going at it. Them boys had a great series. Really showed me that Jamal Murray actually can score. I believe he's a dog. I think the contract is worth it. I think he's worth every penny. Especially based on today's standards of what a max player is. He is no doubt a leader of that Denver Nuggets team. And the guy does play both ends of the floor. He does. He is a two-way guard. That being said, obviously he can knock down open shots. He can get to the basket. He can jump. He can pass. He knows how to run the pick and roll. Guy, I have never heard anything bad about Jamal Murray in terms of him being a coachable player either. So, I mean, that's dope. And I know for the average fan, you might ask, so like, what does this mean for the Denver Nuggets? Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed for the Denver Nuggets. Okay, they still are a championship contending team. And their leader is no doubt Nikola Jokic, who like I said has won 3 MVPs in the past 4 years. He could have won 4 straight, but Joel Embiid out there in Philadelphia, he's very nice. You can't knock Joel. When him and Nikola Jokic go at it, I think everybody tunes into that matchup. It don't mean nothing crazy for the Denver Nuggets. They was championship contending, and I don't think Jamal Murray had plans on leaving that team anyway. Last season, Denver finished 57-25 in the regular season, and they obviously went on to the playoffs and got put out in the conference semifinals, losing 3-4 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Mind you, this team did win a NBA championship the year before last year. So, this team probably just trying to stay on track with competing for championships every year for as long as they can, as you should. I think the objective for every team is to win now. Yes, according to the draft, you get drafted based on potential and Usually you see a lot of young guys in the NBA, which is insane to me because I believe it's certain vets that could still definitely be a part of a team and help. You know what I'm saying? Help teams, and help these young guys develop and help these young guys mature and give these young guys financial advice on how to not go broke. You know what I mean? It seems almost impossible now with the kind of money these guys are making for them to go broke. But I mean, shoot, look, I know of a man who blew $300 million. We're not gonna say no names, Mike Tyson, but it is what it is. Yeah. But all in all, shouts out to the Denver Nuggets. I think it was a great decision extending Jamal Murray. To pair right there along with his partner in crime, which is Nikola Jokic. So shouts out to them. Next, like I said, we got to talk about Brandon Aiyuk and Trent Williams of the San Francisco 49ers. Both of them got their new contracts. They were both holding out. And it's crazy how, when you really good like that, you got that leverage. You know what I'm saying? When you've put in the work and you have earned it, you know what I mean? Like you can do that, and you should, because at the end of the day, you could go out there before you get this contract trying to prove a point and get hurt. And now they definitely wouldn't sign you if you get hurt. Secure the bag first and then go out there. You know what I mean? Get your money and then go out there. Take care of your family and then go out there. You know what I mean? Brandon Aiyuk signed a 4-year, $120 million deal, with $76 million of that being fully guaranteed. He is averaging $30 million per year now, and he received a signing bonus of $23 million. Damn. 23 M's, boy. That's just to put your name on the dotted line, 23 million. That's crazy, right? But it's doable and it's hard work. It's nothing light about it. Anybody who's ever played a sport in life, especially if you played high school sports, you know how hard it is to get playing time. You know how hard it is to make certain teams, because certain teams have a player limit. In the NFL, they have a player limit of 53 men per roster. So every team you see out there in the regular season, they have 53 active guys at all times ready to go. And to make that 53 man roster is insanely hard. I don't care what team it is. It could be the worst team in the NFL, or it could be the Super Bowl winning champions. It does not matter who it is. To get a spot in the NFL is a blessing. Shouts out to those guys, of course. But most importantly, shout out to Brandon Aiyuk for doing the right thing. He held out and he got his money. Shouts out to him. Trent Williams, he is arguably one of the greatest left tackles to ever play the game of football. If you ever seen that movie Blindside, when they were talking about, I believe his name was Brandon Orr or something like that. Yeah, I believe his last name was Orr. They was talking about him. He was a left tackle, which is usually your blindside tackle because most quarterbacks are right-handed. Trent Williams and Orr play the same position. Okay, so you can get a feel for it. Trent Williams is arguably, one of the greatest left tackles, like I said, to ever play the game. He got a 3-year, $82.6 million extension, with $48 million of that being fully guaranteed, and a $25.6 million signing bonus. Like I said, this man is great. And to be 36 years old and still be that consistent and that strong and that knowledgeable is really something to look at and be impressed by, because a guy like that, he got to be a good veteran. And, he passing down knowledge to the guys that are behind him so that when he does get ready to step away from the game, the person next up knows exactly what to do. Like I said, all in all, I feel like the 49ers did just what they needed to do in literally just the nick of time, signing your two key pieces to, your Super Bowl run that you had. I don't even know how to it's tough because when you having a contract year like that, you could either get franchise tag or you could get let go, and your team could give you the right to go sign with another team, or you can possibly look into being traded or whatever the case may be. But this guy, or these two guys right here, Brandon Aiyuk and Trent Williams, are no doubt two dogs at their position. Brandon Aiyuk is a wide receiver. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he is for sure one of Brock Purdy's main weapons. As a Lions fan, I am truly looking forward to seeing the Niners and the Lions back in the conference championship game. I'm looking forward to that rematch. I am hoping that we get our revenge here because it is needed. There's no doubt about it. I want it badly. I want to see us put them down. We had these boys up by 21 and we lost. I hate talking about it. It is what it is. Y'all get the point. But shouts out to the San Francisco 49ers for signing their two key pieces. Definitely needed those guys because without Brandon Aiyuk in that receiver room, you would definitely have some big shoes to fill. The man is a dog. And Trent Williams, like I said, one of the best left tackles to ever play the game. Not just in today's game, one of the best left tackles to ever play the game, and still being at the top of his game. It's a blessing. It's awesome, right? It's awesome to see. And for San Fran to sign two of their key players back, you can't do nothing but tip your hat off to them. Shouts out to them. Also in the sports world, we have Jahvon Quinerly, who has announced that he would be stepping away from the game of basketball for good. He is hanging up the sneakers. Jahvon, aka JQ, as everyone calls him. JQ is a former 5-star high school basketball player that was part of the legendary Jelly Fam, and he committed to play for Coach Jay Wright at the University of Villanova, straight out of high school. He also had the opportunity to play for Alabama and for Memphis in his 6-year college basketball career. I know when people hear that 6 years, they're thinking like, what? How you get 6 years in college to play like that? People got to understand there's the injury red shirt, and then there's also the COVID. I don't know what exactly it's called, but the college kids, they got a extra year of eligibility because of COVID and what took place during 2020. And pretty much 2021 also. So some guys got an extra 2 years of school. Some guys got an extra year. Some guys got hurt and got an extra year or 2 years also. But in those 6 years for Jahvon Quinerly, he won SEC Six-Man of the Year, which is no small feat. That is very difficult to do. The SEC is a very powerful conference in literally all sports across the board. He was the SEC tournament MVP, which is MVP in literally anything is hard unless it's intramural sports, right? But this is official college basketball we talking about here. This kid was a dog, and he was also all AAC. Man, just watching this kid in high school, 7 years ago, man, it was awesome seeing what he was doing to guys. You really had to watch that shit. You really had to see that shit what he was doing, man. He really, really, really showed up and showed out. I'm gonna show you some highlights right quick of JQ from back when he was in high school. Here y'all go, check it out. Let me know what y'all think.
JQ, man, shout out to Overtime.
That right there was JQ. Shouts out to Jahvon Quinerly. Shouts out to you and your retirement from the game. Whatever you decide to do, whatever you decide to get into, I hope that you just honestly put God first. And I know you're going to give it your best effort. Definitely, after seeing you face adversity, I know you're going to give it all you got, whatever you decide to get into. But yeah, like I said, shouts out to JQ. Y'all go ahead on and check that Instagram post out on his Instagram. He posted it today, announcing that he was officially stepping away from basketball. In other basketball news, street ball, we have a guy who decided to get crazy athletic and do a double between the legs dunk. I'm gonna show y'all the video. Like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Y'all let me know, if y'all feel like it's official, because I think it's official. I think that was 10 foot. And dude is tall. He looked like he about 6'5" or something like that. But he athletic. To do something like this, you got to be athletic. I'm gonna quit talking. Y'all go ahead and check the video out. Let me know what y'all think. All right. That's the video right there. Listen. When I saw it, I watched it about 100 times. When I saw it, I was in awe. I couldn't believe it, because I've seen people do this on 7 foot. I've seen people do this on 8 foot. I've even tried to do it on 8 foot, and it took a lot of attempts. I put it like that. Excuse me, because that's just no easy dunk. That's hard to do. But putting the ball between your legs one time is hard. Trying to do it twice is just insane. That's hang time right there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to that guy, because I truly believe, you know what I'm saying, that he did that on 10 foot. I believe that was a 10-foot basketball hoop in my view. But if I'm tripping, let me know. Y'all let me know. Lastly, y'all, that is enough about sports. Lastly, y'all, we got to discuss this school shooting. There was a school shooting down in Winder, Georgia, at Apalachee High School. There was 4 people dead, 2 teachers, 2 students. The shooter, whose name is Colt Gray, is 14 years old. He has been arrested. He was arrested alongside his father, Colin Gray. His dad is facing 180 years for giving his son the AR platform gun that was used in the shooting. Apparently, it was a Christmas present. Guys, this isn't something that you get used to. It's not something that's normal. It's not something that we should ever try to softly speak about. Both of these guys deserve to be locked up for the rest of their life. 14 years old or not, you deserve to be locked up for the rest of your life. Georgia just so happens to be one of 27 states in the United States of America that does allow the death penalty. But I'm kind of on like a slippery slope with the death penalty, or whatever you may have. I look at it like, because I don't wish death on nobody. Like, that's my thing. I just don't wish death on nobody, right? But I look at it like child molesters, rapists. If anybody's gonna get the death penalty, it should be those type of people. That's my opinion on it. People who do stuff like this, I think you truly deserve to be locked up for the rest of your life and go through hell here on earth for the rest of your life. Because to a degree, I guess, in my mind, I feel like death might be the easy way. It might be like the easy way out. I just feel like if you're going to go out of your way to literally make other people's lives hell, make other people's lives miserable, I truly believe that in this sort of way, where you're just out here killing people, and also trying to kill as many people as you can, I believe you should just simply, be locked up for the rest of your life in a maximum security prison, 23 hours in and 1 hour out for the rest of your life, with no parole, no bond, obviously, nothing like that. Um, these guys, both the dad and the son, you deserve to be in prison for the rest of your life. Me personally, if I had kids, one thing I'm not doing is giving them a gun, especially before the age of 21. That wouldn't even be a gift. Now, I understand there are people that love to hunt, right? There are people that have been hunting their entire lives, right? They hunt deer, they hunt duck, they hunt turkeys, they hunt pheasants. Literally every guy I work with, all of them, they all hunt. Okay. I am the only person at my job that does not do any form of hunting. I don't hunt. I just don't care. I don't want to do that. And that's not something that I did growing up, with my father or with any other human being. Um, but let's say I did grow up hunting and I was a hunter. Like I said, there is nothing wrong with taking your kids hunting. So if I had kids, yeah, I would teach them what I know, because there's nothing wrong with figuring out another way and another form of eating. There's nothing wrong with doing that, if if that's something that you are okay doing and you're actually good at it or whatever. There are guys who go deer hunting every year, and they 9 times out of 10 don't kill nothing because they just don't have any luck in doing so, right? um but I truly feel like if we're going to you know um teach our kids how to use guns, it should be in a very strategic way and a very stern way, in letting them know that killing animals is one thing, but killing actual humans is a whole nother thing. I do understand with the killing deer. Um, that's one of those things where if you don't kill the deer, they're going to overpopulate. And we don't want that. I mean, yeah, you got people who love seeing deer in their backyard and in their front yards and whatnot. But you also have people who don't like that because the deer love to eat all their grass. And some people just get tired of that. You know what I mean? And I understand. I'm not saying that you should kill them because they're in your backyard eating your grass. No, I'm not saying that. Um, but there is a proper time to hunt. That's why there's hunting seasons for different animals. Um, actually, I believe one of the deer hunting season is actually coming up here pretty soon, within the next month or two. So I know I know it's definitely guys I work with that'll be taking off work to go hunt, and they take their kids hunting, but they're not giving their kids a gun. They're not buying their kids weapons. They keep their guns locked up when at home. The kids don't even know the lock codes to get access to these guns. You know what I mean? But I also understand this part. Mental health is extremely real, and I know there's a lot of people out there who like to use the mental health thing as an excuse to get out of certain situations. But mental health is real. You never know what a person is truly going through, no matter what age they are. I know this kid was 14 or whatever you may have it, but we don't know what his dad was teaching him. We don't know how his dad truly raised him. Um, maybe his father, you know, who knows? I mean, there's people out here that teach their kids how to be racist. So I'm not putting anything past anyone. Um, this man could have been teaching his kid, you know, killing isn't bad if you have justifiable reason for it. And giving him a list of what justifiable reasons there are. Honestly, I truly feel like the only way you should kill somebody is if it's self-defense. That's just what it. That's me. That's just how I feel. Like, you shouldn't be out here willy nilly, just out here killing people, because there's no good outcome in that. Like, there's nothing good that's gonna come out of that, like, ever. You know what I mean? But I do understand there's a way to fix the gun laws. There's a way to fix gun control. I'm not saying we should take away all of our guns. I'm not saying the government. We are the government. I'm not saying we should cast some vote to have all of our weapons taken away, because at the end of the day, you need a gun in your house as an adult with a wife. You got kids. You know what I'm saying? You need something to protect yourself. Okay. Especially in today's world. Even if you're single and you out here living by yourself, I think you still should have something to protect yourself, because at the end of the day, you never truly know. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to pop off wherever you at. Just last year, we were at LA Fitness playing basketball, and a guy got into it with another guy. The guy he just so happened to get into it with had two other friends that was at the basketball court. So they was trying to jump this dude, right? And he wasn't having that. So he decided to fight back. Believe it or not, he knocked out two dudes. Not knocked them out like cold, where they was like, sleep. No, he dropped them dudes, and they was, stumbled on the ground, for a minute, and they bounced up and got up or whatever. And then they all continuously, was fighting while the two dudes was on the ground. The other dude was holding his own, fighting this dude. And this was all over a foul call, bruh. This is all over a foul call. I'm not joking. The fight went from the basketball court to the weight room to outside of LA Fitness, where guys went to their cars, and one of the three guys got their gun, and then the dude who they was trying to jump, he went and got his gun. And shots was fired. Nobody was hit. Nobody died. Guys got locked up, but then they quickly got released. And, nothing happened to the two. I think it got dropped. But LA Fitness decided to shut their basketball court down. And this just happened last September, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Like, it was crazy. I'm watching this whole thing go down, not knowing, not even thinking to myself, okay, when they get outside, they're gonna start shooting. I'm not even thinking nothing like that, right? But that's what ended up happening, and it's sad because you never know in a situation like that. Like, what if that dude that was getting jumped, that went to grab his gun, what if he didn't have a gun? And one of them three dudes, like so, had his gun and decided to go up to him and shoot him and take his life. All over a foul call. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just hooping, bro. We hoop. And mind you, it's the same guys that was hooping at LA Fitness all the time. If you got a man out there or a husband and you a female watching this, asking, bro, like at any gym you hoop at, usually if you've been hooping there for years, you're usually hooping with the same guys over and over and over and over. And you build a basketball relationship with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, these was all some young guys. Under the age of 25. But the situation went down. It happened. And now, that gym has finally decided to start opening up their basketball court literally a year later. You know what I'm saying? And it's only open during Monday through Friday from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. They shut the court down before people even start getting off work and want to go up to the gym and hoop now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But situations like that happen. You just never know when you're going to be in a situation where you might need a gun. So, and human beings are capable of doing good, and all of us are capable of doing evil. You know what I mean? We are capable of doing bad. We are capable of doing good, evil, whatever you want to say. But we all have that ability to be able to do both, and like I said, you just never know what kind of situations you're going to get into. So I don't think we should ever be in a situation where all of Americans are stripped of guns. No, we need to protect ourselves. That's straight up, because people out here are crazy. And even if they found a way to try and strip all the guns from people, it's somebody out there that's illegally going to get a hold to guns some way, somehow. And next thing you know, majority of us will be just all out here illegally carrying. So, good luck with that. But this school shooting situation, it is very sad. 4 dead, 2 teachers, 2 students. Like I said, you never get used to this. This is not something that's normal. This is not something you ever want to be normal either. Like I said, the son and the dad have both been arrested. The dad is looking at facing 180 years. His name is Colin Gray. The son, whose name is Colt Gray, I'm pretty sure he is facing life. as a 14-year-old kid. A 14-year-old kid, yes, I do agree he should be charged as an adult and he should go away for the rest of his life. The dad should be faced with life or give him 180 years. He ain't gonna live to see 180 anyway. Okay, that man looked like he about 60 something. So, with that being said, that wraps up today's episode. That is episode 3 of the Wilyums World Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment, DM, get back to me. Let me know how y'all feel. Let me know what y'all want me to discuss. Tag me in some things that I can talk about. Like I said, I'm willing to really talk about anything, willing to discuss anything. But yeah, that's it. Holla at your boy. Peace.